Hello, and welcome to another brand new week. Like, I never forget to mention and acknowledge that life is not a right, it is a privilege. And so, every brand new day, every brand new week, every brand new year, every brand new moment, it's a privilege. And many times, it's difficult to understand what is actually new about the new day, about the new week, about the new business, about the new baby, or about the new. Particularly when the word new is mentioned, it's basically talking about a new experience. Many years ago, a very critical entrepreneur wanted to build his wealth, and he needed to convince his environment of the viability of his concept. So he came up with a very outstanding concept because the people within his environment needed to be convinced and confident about his package for it to sell to the outside world. And he decided to build a bridge that was at the borderline between his environment and the external world, since his product was both locally effective and will earn him a premium if exported to the external world. But he needed the people within his environment to understand the confidence of the bridge that was built in order for them to participate in the mobilization of this product. And this astute young man decided that I want to have a new experience in my business. I want to have a new experience in what I do all around me. And he decided to build a bridge. And because none of its kind has been built before in that particular environment, the people were skeptical of passing, walking across the bridge or driving past that bridge, since the bridge was made of wood and some other materials that they themselves know the distance of the bridge could be very, very risky, high level risk, but he needed to solidify their confidence. What did this young man do? The young man decided to make an elephant walk across the bridge. And while the elephant was walking across the bridge, the entire village walked behind the elephant. Why? If the bridge could successfully carry the weight of an adult elephant, then it will carry their local bites that will move the product across the bridge, and it will carry them as well. So he built their confidence, and they were convinced that the bridge was good enough to mobilize his product. And a new experience entered into his business. That young man is Dale Carnegie. And I want to challenge you again, inspire you, and catalyze your wealth building mastery in this session. What are we talking about this session? How to have a new experience and quit struggling. There was an ancient story about a particular man who was a fisherman. He had a high paying skill and he had a lucrative business. But at a point, he was stranded, and his skill couldn't get him past the day. Meanwhile, his bills were waiting, and his family was also going to go starving that particular day. He wanted the new experience, but there are certain things that if you keep recycling your old process, it will be difficult to experience a new reality. If you keep recycling your old experience, your old format, your old formula, it will be difficult to experience a new reality. And that's another definition of insanity, like we all know. To repeat an old process in confrontation of a new challenge and expecting a new reality would be nothing more than frustration and beyond that. So what is critical here? The flexibility to open for new thinking, new ideas can create new experience for you. There's nothing new about any day or any week if you don't have a new experience. But how are you going to get this new experience? The ancients said, wisdom is profitable to direct. But you know what? Wisdom is the ability to identify and to act in the direction of an instruction that will change your experience. Did you get that? Wisdom is the ability to identify and act in the direction of an instruction that will change your experience. Those who refuse to unlearn their old strategies will sit among the same results. And so this young man called Peter was by the riverbank, highly skilled fisherman whose fishing business was meant to actually sustain his basic economy and build his wealth, and at the same time fulfill his ministry. His skill had derivative qualities. But how was he able to discover, identify, and act in the direction of these derivative qualities of his skill? How was he able to achieve that? And the truth remains that until he received new knowledge to upgrade his old strategies, his expert ideas, so-called expert ideas, he could not upgrade or experience a new reality. He was humble enough to accommodate new initiative. When Jesus walked across to him and said, let me use your boat, or let me do a diagnosis, and let me educate you on how better this boat can be used on this particular sea, the same sea where you're having struggle. And this is the reason why some people make more money than others doing the same thing. There is something that they have discovered. There is an innovation. There is a mastery that they have deployed that the other person has refused to accommodate. When you refuse to unscrew yourself of conventional and traditional methods, it is difficult for you to have a new experience. So Peter deployed all the skill, the expertise he knew, his old knowledge, but the day's challenge was a new challenge altogether. The fishes had migrated into the deeper part of the sea, which had not happened over time in the totality of the experience, business experience of Peter. But when Jesus came, a younger man came with a new experience and said, let me give you an education. Meanwhile, I need to do a diagnosis with what? Your boat. And he was able to submit his mind. Your mind is the boat of your life. He submitted his boat, and the master used his boat, upgraded his mentality. And after the session, without training, you cannot change your old experience. You can't get a new reality without training to wear away the weaknesses of your conventional process. That's why in business process re-engineering, we have the assist method and the proposed method. We want to see what was working and what were the results that we get. Now, what is the new result that we desire, and what must we do in order to be able to get our possibility? Possibilities are all around us in our business, but what is the flexibility of our yieldedness to accommodating new ideas that will change our experience? So it might be a new week, it might be a new day, it might be a new month, it might be a new year, but nothing new is going to happen in your life, your business, your career, whatever endeavor in which you are engaged in, until you have the flexibility. You must keep your standard, but you must be flexible to be dynamic about your process. So it's called process improvement. And so the master said to Peter, launch into the deep. He had not had that before. And that was why he responded saying, nevertheless, because of the texture, the worth, and the value of the education that you have given me concerning what I have been doing and what I need to do, I need to test your process. I need to accommodate this new experience. I need to accommodate this new process. And it is recorded that as soon as he executed and acted on that instruction, what happened? A new experience began for him. A new experience began for him. And so, in your business, this day, this week, this month, this year, what is that little change that you must make to command a big experience? What is the small alteration? What is the small initiative that you have to welcome in order to experience a new reality? If you keep recycling your conventional method, you keep getting your conventional results. So to have a new experience and quit struggling, we were told that Peter was toiling all day with his old knowledge in a new circumstance. So every day, circumstances evolve. We are in an evolving world. And every day, things change. And you've got to develop adaptive wings if you're going to soar with the circumstance of new realities happening every day. And that's the reason why, even on your job or as a career person, the mode of transmission of service value is every day evolving. And if you have to sit back with the old strategy, traditional strategies that are not compatible with new realities and circumstances, you only command obsolete price. You command what? Obsolete price, obsolete results, results that no longer don't have credible worth. So to have a new experience and quit struggling is the capacity, ability, flexibility, humility to submit to new initiative, new thinking that will help you achieve new results. So quit struggling and work towards having a new experience today. As a new idea knocks at the door of your mind and your heart, why don't you sit back and try to visualize what are the possibilities of this new invite, new spark of idea? What is it going to do to me? He said, nevertheless, at thy word, I will launch into the deep. And what happened? There was a net breaking harvest. So a net breaking harvest awaits you today. A net breaking harvest awaits you this week. A net breaking harvest awaits you this month. A net breaking harvest awaits you this new year. A net breaking harvest awaits you after this particular video. If only you will single out an insight, a business insight, a career initiative, a task analysis that will improve the results that you have been getting in the past, a new reality is born. And so, this day, this moment, I want to urge you to open up to new ideas and joyfully move into a new experience. So, there's no need to be just rigid and inflexible. Open up and see a new experience. If you have learned anything from this video, I'd like you to comment on this video, share this video with somebody, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. At the same time, on Facebook, I have a group that is called the Market Influence Group. Marketplace Influence. As you join this group, I can assure you that every week you're going to get a business insight, a career initiative, and a personal effectiveness dimension that is going to catapult your experience and change your wealth, change your balance, change your reality, and give you a new experience. So it's been a wonderful time. My name is Julius Afolabi. I'm a value improvement strategist. I help individuals, business, and organization improve their value, the what of what they are doing. It's not what you're doing, but how you're doing what you're doing that makes the total difference. You can command a premium today if only you will stick with those who can help you grow. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel, join the Marketplace Influence Group, and share this video. I'd like to get your comment and your question, and I'm sure that you will not remain the same again. Thank you very much, and God bless.